Morning guys. So we are at the fourth unit, which is solar panels and its structure and its scope. Okay. So the first solar generation panels are the traditional type. So which are of monocrystalline silicon or polysilicon monocrystalline. So these two types were in the first generation. So the monocrystalline solar panel, which we can find out from the circular shape differentiation. So its design is like this. This type of solar panels are made of monocrystalline silicon. We know that silicon is a mud, right? This purest one. This is the purest one. So you can easily recognize the form, uniform, dark look, and rounded edges. These rounded edges is very easy to find out, which is made up of monocrystalline. Let me see the another one, which is called as polycrystalline solar panels, which is a square or rectangle shape of polycrystalline. Okay, so its advantage to consider that they tend to be lightly less effect by high temperature compared to the polycrystalline panel. This is a difference between the two. One. So this leads to lower final price, but also lower efficiency also around 15%. So let me go for the second generation solar panel. So thin film solar cells (TFSC) are the presently using in some urban areas. If you are looking for less expensive option, you might want to look into this thin film. So okay, so this is less expensive, and solar panels are manufactured by placing one or more films of photovoltaic material. So you know that silicon, cadmium or copper onto a substrate. This type of solar panels are the easiest to produce. Manufacturing is very easier. Procedure is very easier, and they are very flexible also. So this seems to be alternative application. Let me see if the amorphous silicon solar cells. So this is the amorphous silicon solar cell of having like powered pocket calculators, where we use the amorphous solar silicon solar amorphous ASI. So this type of solar panel is used in triple layer technology, and its thickness is 1 micrometer, 1 millionth of a meter. So normally it is used in calculator and other applications. Right. Now let me see the biohybrid solar cell. So the name itself says that it's a hybrid. It is made for special purpose. The idea behind the new technology is to take advantage of the photosystem one and thus emulate the natural process of photosynthesis. So in case you want to learn more about the biohydrate solar cell works in detail. Let me see cadmium telluride solar cell. So as I said already, among the collection of different type of solar panel, this is the different type used by cadmium telluride material, which enables the production of solar cells at relatively low cost and the shorter payback time, less than a year. The only disadvantage of using cadmium telluride is the characterization of being toxic. It is toxic, so kids has to be aware, and it should be placed outside the kids area of touch. Okay, their access should be restricted. Next is concentrated PV cell, that is called as CVP and HCVP. So cells generate the electrical energy just an conventional photovoltaic system. Those multi-junction type of solar panel have a efficiency rate of 41%. Let me see. So the name of the such CVP cell is related to what makes them too efficient compared to other type of solar panels. Curved mirror surface, lens, and sometimes even cooling system are used to bend the sun rays and thus increase their efficiency. So this is about the different category of solar panels. Solar panels. So in the class itself, we have seen different type of solar panels introduction and its basic skeleton, which we studied in this part. Now, let me see the another one, solar modular panels. Solar module. solar module and panels are one among the same. Okay, this also solar panels, also module is single photovoltaic panel that is in assemble of connected solar cells. Let me go for its differentiation. The solar module in a single solar cell which produces zero point 0.5 volt. This technical reference you need to write when they ask to mark question or an objective type question also it is possible to ask solar module is capable of producing that dash volt. So it's a 0.5 volt. So based on the voltage we have to make the load after the calculating the load which is required for a electricity supply. We have to collect the module. We have to design the module. So let me see 12 centimeter, it's one module, right? When sunlight hits, one module and combination of module produces the external circuit which electricity is required. Now let me see difference between cell, module, array. Okay, single cell we have seen, module is nothing but so combination of many cells, array is nothing but combination of more modules. So this difference they are asking in a regular question. So distinguish between cell module and array. So it's nothing but after drawing this simple diagram, you just write in 6 lines, 2 lines about cell, 2 lines about module, and 2 lines about array. And at last line, how do you differentiate? That you have to mention. Cell has yeah name itself a small cell with specific dimension. Module is combination of several cell, and array is the combination of more modules, more than 2 modules. Okay, so this is the distinction between cell, module, and array. It's a definite question being asked. And let me see the some of the bypass diodes which we discussed in the class already. The construction of typical monocrystalline PV solar panel, as mentioned. So it's a typical one for special purpose. Typical one for special purpose. And the number of series cells indicated the voltage of panel, whereas the number of parallel cells indicates the current. If many cells are connected in series, shading of the we have seen what is parallel connection, what is series connection, and we have noticed and we have gone through for the A1 examination also. So, if many cells are connected in series, shading of individual cells can lead to the destruction of the shaded cell or of the luminous material, lamination material. So, the panel or module may be blister and burst. To avoid such an optional condition, bypass diodes are connected anti-parallel to the solar cells. Okay, so by keeping in mind and recalling it, so solar cell and array and its distinction, solar module and solar panel. This is the important question. They keep on asking for the solar cell and array. So you should be able to tell the answer that solar module is a single solar cell which produces 0.5 volt maximum. Solar panel is consisting of more than one solar cell. For example, 1 to 25 watts per and 20 to 300 watts per panel. Okay. So solar module and solar cell you understood, and same thing is explained in here solar cell module array. Okay, let me see the another topic now. Cell construction. So this is the history of solar PV cell which I posted in the business courseware. Let me see the cell construction. So first generation we had seen. What is my first generation? It's a monocrystalline solar panel. I'm recalling it, okay. And monocrystalline panels, and this is the polycrystalline panel. So for monocrystalline, you can see a circular end which is dividing a individual panel. Whereas this polycrystalline is a rectangular or square-shaped individual panel which differentiate this monocrystalline and polycrystalline panels. So monocrystalline and polycrystalline varies based on the both are using the silicon only, right? As we said, as we discussed from the first unit, so both were manufactured through using silicon only, that is mud, and its shape varying because of its name mono. Okay, it's a specific type indicating the all four corners were a rounded shape, which is monocrystalline. We can easily remember polycrystalline is a square or rectangle type. And recalling the second generation, which we are using in urban stage, and very cheaper one compared to the previous one and latest technology also. The next one is that thin film solar cell TFSC. TFSC. So if you're looking for less expensive, if you want cheaper solar cell, if you want for very less period, okay, if you want, you think that the installation may change, you think that you may transfer the house or the place where you are installing this panel, you may transport it. Usually you change it periodically from one place to one place. You can think of about the thin film solar cells TFSC. So this is a general question in 2 mark they ask what is TFSC. They don't give full name. They will check you whether you know it or not. So if you're looking for less expensive, you go for this thin film. What is that? Thin film solar cells. And these type of solar panels are the easiest to produce and economic for scale make them cheaper than the alternative due to less material being needed for its production. So this is a very important 2 mark question I have seen several times in the university questions. Okay, they are also flexible. They are opens a lot of opportunities for alternative application and is less affected by high temperature. So usually the problem in solar panel is due to more temperature rise in the panel area or bottom of the area. How do we arrest it? Using thermal sink. Thermal sink by fins, thermal sink as heat pipe, thermal sink as heat pump. So any technology we may use. So that's the additional cost which when the solar panels efficiency or effectiveness getting lower, there we go for that alternate method to reduce the temperature of the panel to ensure the required effectiveness, efficiency of the panel. Here, here the nature of this panel itself, the thin film solar collector itself, since it is very thin and slim, the temperature, due to temperature, it does not get affected. So that most of the people nowadays using this panel as a primary one. So such as for materials are silicon, cadmium or copper into a substance. This type of solar panels are the easiest to produce and economic solar makes them cheaper than the alternative that we have seen. So the main issue in this one is lot of space generally making them unsuitable for residential installation. So when we go for residential installation, so if you think that space is very huge, we can install you can install this one. Otherwise, you need to go for the first generation polycrystalline solar panel only. So it consumes a lot of space because of its design. So moreover, they carry a shortest warranties. So since it is very thin, it may get affected. It may lose its property, thermal physical due to thermal physical property. It will lose its life. So this is very cheaper one. Same way, it is very short life. It is having very short life. So we can avoid when we want very short for a longer period. We can avoid it. When we want for a shorter period, we can choose it. So based on the application, we have to use it. So amorphous silicon solar we have discussed, which is solar powered pocket calculator, where we use this amorphous silicon solar cells. Okay. With this, I conclude this session. So now we understood what is meant by solar panel and what is meant by its characteristics. What are its types? How do we distinguish solar cell, module, and array? What are the difference? And we understood what are the first generation panels and second generation panel and some specific panels utilized in recent technologies. Guys, please go through this carefully because we can expect one 14 mark or one 7 mark and one 2 mark and one objective type question is compulsory. Thank you very much. All the best. Study well.
Thank you.